and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Our Father, in heaven, hallowed be your name. Your kingdom come, your will be done, on earth. Give us this day our daily bread, forgive us as we forgive those and bring us to the test, Good morning, class.
Good morning, teacher Lunalyn. Good morning, classmates. Good morning.
Before you take your seat, can you arrange your chairs properly and pick up some of garbages under your chair? And after that, you may now take your seat.
Thank you, teacher.
Before we're going to proceed to our next topic, let's have first a review. Okay. What was our last topic last meeting? Anyone who can still remember? Yes, MJ?
Teacher, our topic last meeting is all about the fractions of nature.
Okay, so our topic last meeting is all about fraction. So who can give me an example of a fraction? Anyone? Yes, MJ?
3/4, teacher.
Okay, so for example, a fraction is 3/4. Another? Yes,
1/4, teacher.
okay, thank you. So 1/4. So these are the example of fraction. So since you already know what is a fraction, so now let's proceed to our another topic. So our topic for today is all about the subtraction of a dissimilar fractions and mixed numbers. So before that, can you read our objectives? Hi everybody.
At the end of the lesson, you should be able to perform subtraction of dissimilar fractions, subtract fractions, and mix fractions without and with regrouping, solve problems involving subtraction of dissimilar fractions and mixed numbers.
Right. So our objectives for now is at the end of the lesson, you should be able to perform subtraction of dissimilar fractions, subtract fractions and mix fractions without and with regrouping, and solve problems involving subtraction of dissimilar fractions and mixed numbers. Right, class. So when we say dissimilar fraction, a two fraction that has a different denominator. So for example, 1/2 minus 2/3. So these are the example of dissimilar fractions. It's because when we say dissimilar fractions, it has a different denominator. So that's why they called a dissimilar fractions because of different denominator. So when we say a mixed numbers, so a whole number and a fraction. So these are the example of mixed numbers. A whole number and a fraction. A combination of whole number and a fraction. So that are the examples of mixed numbers. So since our topic now is all about subtraction of dissimilar fractions and mixed numbers, so we have steps on how to solve the subtraction of dissimilar fractions. So these are the steps on how to solve the dissimilar fractions. Hi, everybody read.
Steps on how to subtract dissimilar fractions.
Step 1.
Find the least common denominator or LCD.
Step 2.
Find the equivalent fraction.
Step 3.
Subtract the new numerator.
And the last step.
Simplify the answer.
Great. So these are the steps on how to solve the dissimilar fractions. So I have here an example on how to solve it. So, 1/2 minus 2/3. So this are the example on how to solve it. 1/2 minus 2/3. So this are the example on how to solve it. So I have here an example on how to solve it. So 1/2 minus 2/3. So this are the example on how to solve it. 1/2 minus 2/3. So this are the example on how to solve it. 1/2 minus 2/3. So this are the example on how to solve it. 1/2 minus 2/3. So this are the example on how to solve it. 1/2 minus 2/3. So this are the example on how to solve it. 1/2 minus 2/3. So this are the example on how to solve it. 1/2 minus 2/3. So this are the example on how to solve it. 1/2 minus 2/3. So this are the example on how to solve it. 1/2 minus 2/3. So this are the example on how to solve it. 1/2 minus 2/3. So this are the example on how to solve it. 1/2 minus 2/3. So this are the example on how to solve it. 1/2 minus 2/3. So this new denominator now. So just write the 20 here, both sides, and copy the subtraction sign. So the second step is find the equivalent fraction. So the second step is find the equivalent fraction. So we need to divide the new denominator to an old denominator, then multiply to the numerator. So 20 divided by 5, or the old denominator divided by the new denominator divided by the old denominator. So 20 divided by 5 is equals to 4. Then multiply it into the numerator. So 4 times 4, 16. Then same lang siya pang diriya. So 20 divided by 4 is 5 times 3 was 15. So we come up now the similar fractions because it has a similar denominator. So the step 3 is subtract the new numerator. So since we come up the same denominator, so the step 3 is we need to subtract the numerator, which is the 16 and 15. So i-copy lang na to ang denominator since pariha lang man siya. So 16 minus 15 is equals to 1. So our answer now is 1/20. So ang step 4 is simplify the answer. So since it is already simplified, or hindi na siya ma-simplify because it is even na siya 120, hindi naman siya ma-simplify. So dili na nato siya kailangan i-simplify. So I have here another example. So our another example is 1/5 minus 1/6. So always remember that we should follow the steps on how to subtract the dissimilar fractions. So the step 1 is find the LCD, or their least common denominator. So we need to get the factor of 5 and 6. So how to get the factor? You just multiply it by 1, 2, 3, and so on. So 5 times 1 equals 5. 5 times 2 equals 10. 5 times 3 equals 15. 5 times 4 equals 20. 5 times 5 equals 25. 5 times 6 equals 30. Then the 6 times 1 equals 6. 6 times 2 equals 12. 6 times 3 equals 18. 6 times 4 equals 24. 6 times 5 equals 30. So from this factor, so asa man ninyo ang nakita dira ang same sila. Okay, 30. So they have the same factor, which is 30. So now our new denominator is 30. So we should copy the 30, which is our new denominator. So we should copy it both sides, 30. So the next step is find the equivalent fraction. So same lang sa gibuhat ganina is ang old denominator, i-divide mo siya, ang new denominator, i-divide into old denominator. And then multiply it to the numerator. So 30 divided by 5 equals 6 times 1, 6. 30 divided by 6, 5 times 1 equals 5. So now, since we have same denominator, or we have a similar fractions, so we need to subtract the new numerator. So copy the denominator, which is 30, since they have the same denominator. So we should copy it here. So 6 minus 5 equals 1. So step 4, simplify the answer. Mas-simplify pa ba ang 1/30? Dili na Okay, dili na. So since dili na siya ma-simplify, so mauna ni siya ang ato ang answer, which is 1/13. So do you have any questions? May kalibugan? So now, let's proceed to the mixed numbers. So I have here an example. Right. To solve the subtraction of mixed numbers, same lang sila o steps. Pareha lang yapon sila o steps sa on how to solve the dissimilar fractions. Same lang siya sa mixed numbers. So the first things to do is to get the LCD. So we need to get the factor of 5 and 3 to come up the new denominator. So 5 times 1 equals 5, 5 times 2 equals 10, 5 times 3 equals 15, 5 times 4 equals 20. Then the next is 3. 3 times 1 equals 3, 3 times 2 equals 6, 3 times 3 equals 9, 3 times 4 equals 12, 3 times 5 equals 15, 3 times 6 equals 18. So from this factor, so we come up that they have the same factor, which is 15. So we have now the new denominator, which is 15. So copy lang nato ang 6, which is the whole number, and put the new denominator, which is 5, then multiplied by, copy lang nato ang 3, with the new denominator, which is 15. So, step 2 is find the equivalent fraction. So, same lang yaman siya kaganina. Ang old denominator, i-divide niyo siya sa ang new denominator, i-divide niyo siya sa old denominator. So, 15 divided by 15, and 5 equals 3 times 4, 12. 15 divided by 3, 5 times 1, 5. So now subtract the new numerator. So 12 minus 5 was 7. And then isubtract lang po nato ang iyahang whole number, which is 6 minus 3 is equals to 3. Then copy the denominator, which is 15. So the last step is simplify the answer. So since it is already dili na siya ma-simplify, so mauna ni siya ang atong answer. Do you have any questions?